cold trucker. Hey, Ray. What's your 20, cold trucker? You down there in southeast Kentucky? Okay, Ray. Smack that like button, Ray. All right. Man. I'd get me a sub sandwich. Hey, Scrappy. We about to go, Scrappy. Oh, it's you, Sven. Man, you got so many accounts. I need to do the same thing, Sven. Got Danging. Let's go. We about to go, Scrappy. We about to grab a gear. Had to eat me a sandwich. All right. I said, are you ready? Are you ready? We going, Scrappy? We going right now, Scrappy? We going right now? Let me put my seatbelt on. Let's go. Wait long, wait wrong. I cut long, fast, hard, and continuously. All right, here we go, Scrappy. Here we go. We ain't gonna go far. We gotta wait on ATS out of Gary, Indiana. Come on, ATS, get out of here. He must not been trucking long. He won't make traffic stop, will he? No, I ain't been trucking long. I ain't gonna make them stop. I'll wait 2 hours before I make them stop. Sometimes you just gotta pull out in front of them. ING. There I am up on stage. There I go. Trucking along again. There I go. For another load. Out there on the big road, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy try to shift away. As the money starts flowing out of your stacks, like the music that you play. Here we go. On the road again. Here we go. Grab a gear. Oh, we're trucking now, Scrappy. We are trucking now, bud. How fast you think we're going? Think long, think wrong. Think long, think wrong. Oh no, you off. You're off. You're wrong, Scrappy. You're wrong. You're all set to cruise. It's not been too bad on gas spend. Yesterday I wasn't really up for doing a live because I didn't sleep a lot Sunday night. Had to get up early. I actually didn't sleep a lot last night either. And had to get up early. That's trucking. That lack of sleep has an effect on you, make you a little cuckoo. That's why I say sleep is the key to tomorrow's success. Make the days a whole lot easier when you get the proper amount of rest that your body needs. Oh yeah, it's trucking, that's for sure. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. It ain't nothing in this world for free. No, I can't slow down. I don't remember the lyrics. Though you know, I wish I could. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked till we close our eyes for good. Andre 3000. Hi, Lisa. You're already parked for the night. I will be at 3 or 4 hours, something like that. Got to pass on ATS here. He's probably going as fast as he can go. Poor fella. Get on it, bud. Gouge on it. Gouge on it. Pretty good out today. It feels good, I feel lucky. Oh yeah, I forgot. I shouldn't have started this live. And usually it buffers right through here because you go through this ridge right here. Rocks block the signal. You like, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Putnik. I like it a lot. I've been talking to this casting crew where I'm a cast, put in my 2 cents for to play in a show or something. I told him, I was like, I'm confident that I won't make the part, but you know, I got to do it to make sure I'm right. Yeah, I got to make sure I'm right. Yeah, thanks for the like button. You're awesome, bro. Everybody hits the like button's awesome. Everybody just hangs out and watches. Doesn't ever hit the like button. You're awesome too. As long as you're respectful and nice and kind, you got a friend in me. I should have stopped checking them jugs out back there. There looked like 3 of them. Could have been full, man. I keep my eyes on the shoulders because you never know what you're going to get. Cause I got me a big old, like a 40-foot extension ladder. I got a kayak, everything, just driving down the road. I stopped, just throwing the trailer. I'm taking this home. No, you got, yes, you can always get. Oh, yeah. And a buddy of mine called me this morning. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 55 years old. And he called me. And he was all calm, cool, and collective. I guess he finally got over his situation. He's a truck driver as well. And he was over somewhere, I think in North Carolina. I felt bad for him. Because he's like, I was like, happy birthday, Monkey. I call him Monkey. And that's what the handle I gave him. I was like, happy birthday, Monkey. He didn't say thanks or nothing. He proceeded to tell me, let me clear my throat, that he had been broke down. And I was like, oh, that ain't no fun. You having no fun today, are you? He's like, no, sir. And then he proceeded to tell me that he had been broke down since Friday. I said, what? So you mean tell me you've been broke down since Friday? He's like, yeah, I'm down here at the 231 on the off ramp since Friday. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you serious, man? He's like, yeah, I am serious. So he broke down Friday at 3 p.m. and been sitting on the off ramp since Friday. I was like, man, well, I would say you're pretty ticked off, but I'd say you've got plenty of time to think about it by now. That's truck driving. Oh, he was upset. He works for this guy that only has 2 trucks. Good guy to work for, but I guess he'd been tied up with this new girlfriend he got. So, like, he's, you know, kind of, I guess you could say he doesn't care about his drivers, because he does, but he just left him abandoned. I was like, man, he's like, yeah, he's all tied up with his new girlfriend. I said, what? He's like, man, I feel for you, man. Been out there since Friday. He said, he had somebody was coming to help him finally after 4 days. And he said, I'm going to the house. I said, I don't blame you. I said, I'd take care of that truck. And I said, I'd go to the house. I'd take the rest of the week off. He said, that's exactly what I'm doing. He said, I don't blame you, buddy. I said, I think you matter to freaking hound dog that can't find a raccoon. Somebody's being naughty. Somebody's being naughty in the chat. Oh, poor old Rusty feeling naughty. Yeah, it's just whatever he said. It's just kind of was ignorant. Rusty. Just a kid having fun, Sven. What's up, Flowers? What's going on, brother? Gotta keep an eye out for Smokey. You can just call me Gunner. You ain't gotta call me sir. I'm not in the high-class society. I'm not an American elite. Although I would like to have one of those black cards. Man, it's getting hot in here. Turn the AC back on. Sir is my boss, says Sven. And my buddy, he's not an employee, he's a contractor. And I'm like, hey man, like why? When you're a contractor, you can do whatever you want. Almost, to an extent. I don't know why people are under the impression that, when they're a contractor, for some reason, it's like they've been indoctrinated and constantly think that they're still an employee. You're not an employee as a contractor. You will not acquire a W-2 form for taxes when you are a 1099 contractor. So if anybody's driving with a 1099 out here trucking, you're not an employee. So, you want to go home, go to the house. Get the work done, obviously. Y'all are like, hey, you're going to stay out 4 weeks as a 1099? No, you're not. You want to do that? Hire employees. Why people think that they're employees when they're a 1099 contractor, a freelancer. Wow, ain't it? Is this love that I'm feeling? That I been looking for. All right, all right, all right. Man, these tater chips taste funny. Probably ain't real tater chips. Oh, you call them charters at your company? It's the equivalent. It's identical. You know, America's always got to be different. We don't use the metric system. We call them contractors, freelancers, and you all call them charters. Buying these tater chips, man, they're plain. Take my hard-earned money for something that ain't got no taste to it. Good afternoon, Alabama. Bam, bam. Now I'm gonna brush my teeth. There's a paint semi truck right there. I'd drive it. As long as it's reliable, I don't care what it looks like. I mean, I don't care if, you know, a car, whatever's, only thing available is a car that's just rainbow colors. If it'll get me where I need to go, I don't care. I'll drive it. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. It's about what I think about it. All right, it's getting me down the road, son. Glad you get a laugh out of it. As long as it pays, ain't that right? As long as it pays, I don't care what it looks like. As long as it pays or it's reliable, I don't care. I'm a pretty simple man. I ain't got her to drive his car. Ha ha ha, look at it. Ha ha ha. Okay, give me keys. I'll take it. I don't give a dog, no. Lake Michigan, no, this ain't no Lake Michigan. Let me guess, you're a Tennessean. That low yesterday, I'm sorry to inform you. The paperwork you got lied. Because my paperwork says 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. It'll be air tonight. This load's got all the goodies on it. It's a 53-foot dry van. I think it's a Great Dane. I don't know. I believe it's a Great Dane. It's a nice trailer. Covered in lights. Pretty nice. We're going, Scrappy. We can't go anymore. We just keep on going. We're going. Oh. You hauled shoulder. That ain't no good. You put that off the shoulder a little bit more. Celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. No, it's not a peak. Spotted. Full-grown smoky bear, westbound. Spotted. Got the long nose on it. Thank you. Now I saw somebody flash your lights. It's a bad area to speed in if you want to speed. Full-grown Smokies burned this spot up. They burned it up. Correct, it is a Kenworth. It is a KW 900, 18 speed. We're going to deliver this load and we're going to go on down to Florida. It's pretty. There you see all those lights back there. See all those lights on the trailer. I don't know if you can see it or not. I didn't know. That car is doing like 90 miles an hour in a 55. Where's this load going? Well, this load is going to Tennessee. Got to take the goodies back to the home state. Then we got to take some goodies down to Apopka, Florida. Taking the goodies away. Goodies. All the stuff on this trailer to keep your house supplied for 10 years or more. Picked up stuff at a DG distribution center. I don't like distribution centers, man, because you can go to a distribution center and you can be there forever, man. 5-6 hours is like common. Not me. I was there maybe an hour and a half. Wasn't too bad. I went up there and they had a guard shack, you know. They had a guard shack in the... Which one will you see on down the road there, Black? It sure ain't gonna be us, brother. Oh yeah, it's not too bad, about 37,000. It's pretty light. Mine in about 5 hours or so, 6, something like that. We'll see that Black is incorrect. People love to guess, and it never happens. Not if I have anything to do with it. If I blow a steer or something, that ain't on me, that's the truck. Back to Cali. Anybody know why that that stuff happened in Elkhart, Indiana? Some 17-year-old kid, got pew. So I guess there's been like a wave of violence in that area of Indiana, and like nobody knows why exactly. So some cops got pew-pewed, one passed away. I was like, man, what's going on up there? Where are you at unless you're in Kentucky? Well, need to say no more. 75. I'm on 64. Afternoon, Grizz. You as well, brother. You as well. Louisville to Punta Gorda, Florida. Non-stop. Not that too bad. I like a non-stop flight. Just take off, land where you're going. That's what I like. I don't like no layovers. That's right, Junior. Junior's good. Junior's good. Junior drives truck. He recognized the tallest building in Louisville. It's a trucking company. Y'all been seeing, like, I've been seeing every now and then I see these videos of these basketball teams, and every one of them have their, I guess they've been advertised by Love's truck stops. They all got Love's on their jerseys. Then I was watching football games, and I saw a Pilot was on the field. Pilot truck stop was on the field. But you know, some of these truck stops, they make some money every day, like millions of dollars every day. And a lot of times, that's just in fuel. I think there was a trucks, where was that truck stop at? They made like $11 million a day in fuel. I was like, wow. 11 million a day just in fuel. You're a NASCAR driver sponsored by Love's. Yeah, I mean, these truck stops make a lot of money. I'm surprised you didn't start seeing them, you know, get involved in stuff like this years ago. Because, I mean, they make some bank now. But, you know, Warren Buffett owns all the Pilots and Flying J's. Or he's the majority holder in them. Headquarters is in Knoxville, Tennessee. While driving the left lane, well, it depends on where you're at. You know, like this city, the best lane you can be in a car or a truck. Well, there's actually two cities that if you're in a truck or a car, the best lane to be in is this lane. So sometimes that's how it is in trucking. So in Louisville, Kentucky, it's one of those cities where you want to be in the left lane if you're just going straight through. You're not stopping. And Jacksonville, Florida, you want to be in the left lane. If you're just going straight through the city, you're not stopping. You're having to get off anywhere. You want to be in the left lane. Going northbound and southbound. You get close to Jacksonville, no matter which direction you're going, north or south, be in the left lane. It's the lane that'll move the most. So I hope that answers your question. A lot of these cars coming through this area right here, they're all going to hit their brakes, they'll stop, they'll jump off. They'll come to a stop before they even get off the interstate. It's like, what are you doing? I'm headed to Tennessee. Deliver this load 8 a.m. in the morning. I'll be there tonight sometime. And then I'm going to grab a load and head down to Apopka, Florida. If you want to ride with me, just hop on in. One day I picked up a hitchhiker and he gave me a car. As a matter of fact, that's almost been a year ago now. The reason I know that's because the tag's about to expire. Tag expires next month, March. No, Knoxville. What up, Real? What up? But she already got oiled up over the weekend. Oh, there he goes, there he goes. Get over there, car hauler, get over there. So you missed it, Real. You missed it. I don't know what Annie's saying. Annie, friend. Real is something else. Real, you're gonna get kicked out of here, bud. Gotta watch your filthiness. I'd ride Tennessee with you. I was just in Nashville. When was that? 2 weeks ago? Might have been last week. I don't remember. No, it was like 2 weeks ago. You are fine. But yeah, I just picked up this hitchhiker one day out in Illinois. I saw him and this little voice told me to pick him up, and I was like, alright. So I picked him up
And I could tell he was, seemed to be normal, seemed to be a good guy. So I was like, yeah, jump on in, man. I said, I'm going as far as Kansas. He's headed to Washington State. So we got to talking. And I just so happened to ask him, what have you been doing the past, 48 hours? And he proceeded to tell me. And then he told me how he got to the part where we met. And he said he was driving his car, and he had just ran it out of gas, parked it in a rest area, and he said he put free all over it. And I was like, seriously? He's like, yeah. And he said he didn't need it. And he said, he goes, well, if you're going back that way, stop in there and see if it's there. If it's there, you can have it. I was like, really? I thought he might have been pulling my leg. And he's like, yeah. He goes, the passenger side's locked and the driver's side is unlocked. He goes, when you get in the seat, you pull the visor down, the keys are right up there on the visor. And he said that the title was in the glove box. And I was like, well, okay. It's like, if it's there, when I go back that way, I'll check and see if it's there. So on my way back, I was looking over on the westbound side of the road where it was allegedly at. I don't remember if I think I saw it or not, but I turned around, I jumped off the exit, went to the westbound side, got back on, and went up there to that rest area. I parked my battleship. I get out, and over in the distance I saw a red car. He said it was red. I go over there and I scope it out. I do it live on YouTube, because I'm kind of paranoid, kind of like showing if anything happens here, this is all on camera, So I finally dug up the courage to get in the car. I opened the driver's side door. Finally, I'm like, everything making sense right now. So I sit down in the driver's seat. And I remember he said the keys were in the visor. So I reach up and I pull the visor down, keys fall on my lap. And I was like, well, okay. And then I remembered, he said the title was in the glove box. And I said, okay. So I reached over to the glove box, I opened it up, and I rummaged through the papers in there, and sure enough, there was the title. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I then proceeded to rummage through the vehicle, see what was in it, and take all the valuables out of it. So I did. I took all it wasn't much valuable stuff in it. It wasn't like worth a lot of money. He had some plastic car ramps in there, so I took those. And I took a welding mask he had and some jumper cables. So then I made a phone call and I proceeded to tell this story in full detail to someone I knew. And it's not funny, but he was on his way to a funeral. So I was like, oh man. So I made him laugh with all this. Like, nobody could believe this story. I couldn't either, and I lived it. And, he made a phone call, and then next thing you know, the next day I had the car. I was like, wow. And that's been almost a year. That'll be a year in March. I don't think I've ever showed a picture. I need to show a picture of that car a guy gave me. Try to make a short video, because you can do 3-minute videos on YouTube Shorts now, so I might be able to say as much as I can in 3 minutes. Might have to say it really fast, I don't know. Who knows? Might turn it into a long form video. I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes or something. Nashville, Illinois truck stop. Yeah, I probably have. I've been to a lot of places. Probably just been some years. Am I on I-35? No, I ain't on I-35. How many hours I've been driving so far? I don't know, about 6, 7. Something like that. Good eating at Little Nash. Winston, Texas, Big Rex, Texas. 70 mile an hour. Yeah, you must be up around at Amarillo, huh? Amarillo by morning. Up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. When that sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning. Amarillo, I'll be there. No, I drive truck for my aunt and uncle. Which I'm thinking about buying me a truck though. I am thinking about it. Just need to figure out where the freight is, what it's paying right now. I heard that freight's paying a little bit better, not like it was, you know, back in like 2018 and stuff, 2019. It's paying real good then, buddy. It's paying real good. I mean, it could have been paying better then too. You know, it can always pay better. You know, most people never get the full dollar that they're worth. That's just a fact. There's a Smokey sitting back here. Know what he was, so don't want to know because I ain't trying to make friends with him. Yeah, got electricity turned off years ago, Tony. I know the experience of getting the electricity turned off. Man. In the water. I've got a Smoky Bear 41 over, a 4-wheeler just released him, and another Smoky Bear pulled over a 18-wheeler, 40 over. He's got some explaining to do. Oh, it's unmarked. Kentucky tries hard, buddy. Put the hammer down, see if they stop us. know, Michael. I know a lot about trucking. I've been trucking for 8 years, and I don't like saying that. I've ran paper logs, ran ELDs. I think they're bringing back paper logs. Bringing them back. Because they found out ELDs ain't making a difference. You know, accidents only increased since they implemented ELDs. And it makes sense because, you know, drivers around here just trying to drive all their hours out, if they're whether they're tired or not. You know, there's a lot of times I do it too. But the ELDs might be, you know, they're definitely more dangerous than having, you know, just to run paper logs. Because it makes you go, or you know, you'll run out of time, and next thing you know, you've lost out on 300 miles that you could have got, but you stopped to rest. Now it's 300 miles tomorrow you got to make up. And then you got to wait 10 hours. So now your load's late. You got everybody upset. Now when you get it delivered, they'll make you wait 3-4 hours. Now your clock for that day's already messed up. Just because you had to rest. And then you got people calling you all the time. Hey, where's that load going? You know, you gotta get that load up there, driver. They'll blow your phone up now, they will. No, I ain't gonna drop this load. I'm gonna live unload it and then go down the road and drop the trailer and just grab a loaded trailer and just leave. So hopefully we'll be headed down there by 9 a.m. Hopefully no later than 9:30. Shouldn't take too long to unload it. And the trailer going to Florida is already loaded and sitting there. I don't wait long. I don't wait. Most time I wait is maybe 20 to 30 minutes. That's my max amount of time of waiting. Like, generally, that's it. If I, at the shipper or the receiver, I'm waiting 20, 30 minutes. That's about it. Anything over that's pretty rare. Like today, I waited like an hour and 20 minutes. That's because I was at a distribution center. But for a distribution center, an hour and 20 minutes is pretty good. Anybody that drives a truck knows that. Oh yeah, I drove 1,800 miles in a single day. I guarantee you I drove more than that. Because I got, you know, I tell people I used to be exempt. I didn't have to run a logbook. I was federally exempted. I'd drive 20 hours, sleep 2 hours, get up and drive another 18, 19 hours. So I'm a perfect example of, like, it's, you know, but everybody's different, you know, like, it has, like, maybe a lot to do with the proper amount of rest, but like everybody's different. Like I can truck 20 hours straight, just stop for fuel one time, fill up, you know, $900 worth of fuel and truck it up, you know. And then sleep 2 hours, maybe sometimes 3 hours or 4 hours. And sleep 2 hours, get up and drive 19 hours. Sleep 3 hours, get up and drive 20 more hours. You know? That's being exempt. I mean, that's nice. I ain't gonna lie. It's nice to be able to do stuff like that. Uncle Rob and he can. Yeah, maybe if they're exempt, or they're doing like 120 miles an hour constantly. Or they're running multiple logbooks. That's the only way you can do it. Run multiple logbooks or be exempt. It's the only way you can do it. And you better not make a mistake on those paper logbooks, because they're going to write you up for it. And if you do, they're going to see something fishy. They're going to shut you down. And that's bad to have on your record. But yeah, Michael, I've drove plenty of miles in a single day. I drove 24 hours. It's when I was exempt, there's times I'd start like kind of hallucinating. Then I'd stop and sleep about 4 or 5 hours. You know, because I mean, if you're exempt, what do you expect you're going to do? You're going to lay it down, son. But, you know, I'm one of those people that can do that. Not everybody can do that. You got to run straight. Yeah, I mean, you should if you know, if you can or something, you know, sometimes you can't. As long as you ain't got to do it like too much, you know, do something too much. I run straight. I run straight now. You know, I'm not exempt no more. I wish it was. Maybe I can, you know, send into the FMCSA, maybe I can get exempt again. King Jones, what is my favorite thing about trucking? Going home. That's my favorite thing. And also, I can't lie, I also like the money sometimes. Sometimes you make pretty doggone good money. Sometimes. Brother-in-law good, but God called him home. Yeah, I can drive, you know, I mean, if it's something I could do, you know, drive a truck, do it legally, you know, I could drive non-stop from New York to Los Angeles. It may take me 33 hours, but I'll do it. Rather do it in a car, though. That's so much easier. I mean, it's just as easy to drive that white car right there passing us, right there, that one. So much, you know, it's just as easy to drive that Tesla than it is this truck. There's just a little bit of difference in it. Like just with this truck, you feel every little bump. You know, it'll beat you up. You know, it takes a little bit more effort in the steering wheel. You got 3 pedals, you got 18 gears. It's a little bit different. And you weigh 80,000 pounds. You can't climb a mountain on the Great Divide, you know, doing 75, 80 miles an hour. You know, you go up at 25 miles an hour. So there's differences. Get in the left lane. They want trucks in the left lane. I just assume anybody in the right lane in a truck, they don't know how to speak English. But you'll see the signs. You'll see one here in just a second say trucks use left lane. Yeah, Michael, you'll see them out these days. It just depends on where you're at. Like, if you want to see them, you can see them. You just got to go to certain places. You know, like, for example, like where we started at that truck stop, you're not going to see them there. There's signs, trucks use left lane. While trucks up there in the right lane. Just in case speak English. I don't know. Maybe they just don't like to obey. Which I get that. I don't want to obey everything either. But out here for the construction crews, you know, listen to the sign. It says speed limit 55, truck, use left lane. Got my state construction crews out here. I'm going to listen to it. There's a purpose for it. You know, so Michael, if you want to see those you know, lizards and stuff, you gotta, most of the time you gotta be in the inner city truck stops, and you'll see a lot more than that too. And I don't stay in the cities ever, if I can help it. Same cities, that, you know, most of the time there's no reason to, unless you live there, or you want to see stuff like that, you know, or like, you know, it makes more sense, you know, you can get in there to a parking spot, and the place you're delivering to is like right across the street, you know, something like that. But even then, if I could stay outside of the city, get up, you know, early, you know, an hour, you know, if it's like 45 minutes to the place, I get up like, you know, hour and a half early, get up, go get some coffee, do my pre-trip, then jump in the truck, log in, and drive down there to it before the city wakes up. But I don't stay in cities. It's very rare. I don't want no part of the lizards and people doing this, that, and the other. You know. But if I have to, I'm my own business, like what anybody should do. You know, you're in the inner city in West Memphis, you know, you're gonna see some stuff. Mind your business. Lock your doors and mind your business. It's that simple. Miles east of Nashville, headed west on 40. That's the idiot's habit. Okay, you're 90 miles east of Nashville. Okay, yeah, bad time to be rolling into Nashville. Yeah, I'd say right now you'd be hit if you try to go into Nashville right now. You might get lucky. You might. Problem is, you headed west straight through, yeah, you're going to run into a nightmare. So, you know, if you got plenty of time, you know, Appleton men, I don't know. Yeah, you know what you do. Get up like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, and just roll straight through. Just breeze right through the city. Just get plenty of sleep. You'll feel a lot better about it. Oh, you're going up 24? Okay, so you're gonna, it should be a little busy right now. You should be all right if you know, it depends. I mean, unless something happened, then, you know, out of luck. I came through there last week or the week before. I came down 24. And it was like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I mean, it was a little backed up coming into Nashville, but it wasn't too bad, really. I mean, we moved. I mean, we didn't stop. Yeah, Grashville. Where are you headed to? But yeah, you're just better off stopping now and relax and rewind. Get plenty of sleep. Just wake up 2:30, head out 2:45, 2:50, something like that. Head right through the city. Won't stop for nothing then. Headed to Denver, all right. Oh, you're going to head up 24 and go up to 70. You're going to take 70 across. Sees my blinker on, will not move. People don't care at all, dude. At all. Everybody, like, see, there's nothing over there. That car could have got over for me, so I could have got over for that truck. And it didn't. Just don't care. Or ain't paying attention. I don't know. Probably going to go across, I think at 60. If you take 24, it might take you across, I think at 60, Highway 60. You go through that bottom side through the Ozarks, come out Joplin. Yeah, you need to work your way up to 70. Yeah, if you wait till about 2:30 in the morning to take off, you'll be in good shape. You'll get out there, way out there. You'll be delivering that load Thursday morning. Yeah, you'll be jumping on 70 out there in St. Louis, I'd say. No, not St. Louis. No, you'll be jumping on it on 64. I don't know. Somewhere out through there, you'll be getting on it. Thanks, driver. Thank you, driver. Where'd you load at? On 24, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna go up through Clarksville and all that. And you're gonna come into Paducah, Kentucky, out there. Yeah, leave early enough so you can get around that Paducah scale. Forest City, North Carolina. Okay. Yeah, it's Charlotte. So if you're gonna be taking 70, I'm trying to think where you'll be getting on at. So you leave early enough, you get to Paducah, and that chicken house will be locked up. So you'll just scoot on by it, and then you can. It's been a while since I've been up through that way. I jumped on coming out of Joplin, went across Missouri, and got on 24 that way around Paducah. But yeah, I'd get on 70 as soon as I could. You might get on 64. But the chicken house in St. Louis, well, that westbound one, they've been doing construction in there, and sometimes it's locked up, sometimes it ain't. But that eastbound one, you know, it's constantly closed. And then if you get out to, so when you get out to Kansas City, chicken house on the westbound side will be locked up for construction. So you won't have to hit a chicken house for quite a while. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you're only going to have the Paducah chicken house, but if you leave early enough, it should be locked up. And you'll have the St. Louis chicken house on the westbound side. It might be locked up, it might not be. I mean, you can get there at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it might be closed and it might be open. So that's the only two you got, Paducah and St. Louis, and that's it. Until you get somewhere out in Kansas. Yeah, that chicken coop before KC, out there before you get to Bait City, it's closed up for construction, so you're good there. Now the eastbound one is open, but they're usually closed. But the westbound one, the one you're going to be going by, construction's got it closed down, so you're good there. Yeah, when I went through Paducah I think it was last week, they was closed. I think it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I was like, wow, this place is closed. Both sides were closed. So really, you ain't got to worry about Paducah. The only one you're going to run into you know, you leave early that might be open is St. Louis out there, Winsville or something. When you get on the other side of St. Louis, that's the only one you got. Odessa. It's Odessa. They might, I think they call it Blue Springs too. But yeah, you ain't gonna have to worry about that one. It's locked up. It's been locked up for shoot 3 or 4 weeks now, and it ain't gonna be open by the time you get there either. So if you get to the other side of Kansas City, yeah, you'll get to the other side of Kansas City tomorrow. I'm trying to think what time you'll get there. You'll get there at a good time too. You shouldn't have a problem in KC. No, I'm on 64. About to get on 75 down here, coming into Frankfurt, Capra. Oh, okay. Alma, Kansas closes around 5. Maybe Colorado. Yeah, that one in Colorado, sometimes it's closed, sometimes it's open. I ain't never had a problem with that scale right there in Colorado. Never. I don't think they've ever pulled me in there. I've been by there a bunch of times. I'm on 64 East. Then going to get on 75 down here. Well, it merges into 75 and then 64 splits off. 75 splits off to the right. That's where I'm going. In Lexington. Then I gotta go down here and deliver this load 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going right by the house, so I might go to the house. Then again, I might not, because this load delivers at 8 o'clock. Oh man, we're stopping. Oh no. Oh no. Well, if we sit here too long, I won't be going to the house. Then deliver this load 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm gonna go grab a load and take it down to Apopka, Florida, down around Orlando. Oh man. What is going on here? Make them stop. Get on them brakes, boys. Get on them brakes. My CB broke, so I can't listen to nothing. Well, looks like this left lane's moving. We're going to take it. Yeah, baby, that's what we're doing. believe I'm on no Lexus N, Junior. Hey, Amtrak. I'm doing all right. We're hanging in there. Getting the job done. D-O-N-E, done. Trucking, though, it ain't never done. It's continuously. It's long, fast, hard, and continuously. Oh, I just came through Louisville. I'm out here by Frankfurt, Lawrenceburg. Out here past the chicken coop. I already passed the chicken house and everything. I'm already past Waddy. I'm about to come into Lexington here in about 10 more miles, 8 miles. Something like that. Oh, okay, Frankfurt's 9 more miles, okay. I thought I was further than I was. Lexington's 29 miles. I was way off. Oh, it's just a slight backup? Okay. Alright. Do you know what's going on? Is it like in the left lane, the right lane? I think it's something going on in that right lane. Road construction, okay. Yeah, well, we're moving, we're not sitting, so that's a good sign. It's a long way down. Hey man, hello. Man, this bridge is bouncing. Go, cars, go. Okay. Grind those gears, baby. The new one has skulls and roses on it. Yeah, you saw my last live drinks at the house. Yeah, it was yeah, it was me and my father-in-law. We were having some drinks. It was his idea to do a live. He got to talking about my YouTube channel, and he was I kind of got a vibe. He wanted me to do a live. I was like, dude, on the weekends, like, it doesn't really do that well. And so I was like, all right. He's like, are you sure? You know, he's like, yeah. And then when I set it up, like, you couldn't really see see anything. You just saw, you know, my arms, and we were feeling pretty good. I don't remember what we was talking about though. And then YouTube told me that it wasn't going to be monetized because apparently we said some things that might have been controversial or something. They sent me an email telling me about it. I was like, what? I think he said something, and I told him, like, hey, you got to be careful what you say. I can't remember what it was, but I don't really care. I'm just happy they didn't put me in timeout, you know. Hey, Sparkles. Be safe, stay hydrated. What you drink? All right. We drinking Red Bull and water. He retired and moved back to Kentucky, did he? Is that a good thing? Pink man. See truck tires up against the center man. I'm not delivering into Lexington. I'm delivering outside of K-Town. Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee, volunteer state. Christian Herb. I was thinking about flipping it to the high side, and then I saw those brake lights light up. See, Kentucky's got common sense there, Pinkman. They actually hold their word. I'm from Tennessee. I live on the border of Kentucky and Virginia, north of Knoxville. That's how they should do it, but they end up, them other states, they end up getting a bunch of money, and they're like, oh, we're not going to shut this down. That's what you call greed. Clears up just before Highway 60. But Kentucky is the only state that has not completed Interstate 69 yet. So Interstate 69 runs out in Kentucky, and then you got to jump off and take some 2-lane roads through some small town. Interstate 69 starts somewhere around Houston or something. Somewhere down through there in Texas. And it runs all the way up into Michigan. Every state's completed it but Kentucky. Yeah, that's true as well, Pinkman. Yeah, you only see a little bit of traffic in that area. You don't see a whole lot. Now you see a lot in Indiana. You see a lot in Michigan. I've traveled on it all the way from Texas to where I used to live at in Indiana. And I've traveled up into Michigan on it. So, I mean, I've technically, well, almost drove every bit of it. Besides where you get in Kentucky, you can jump off and do these turns and stuff. It's a nice little ride coming through on 69 in Kentucky. It just looks though like a, I think it's the part in Kentucky where 69 looks like a good hideouts for the Smokies. But every time I went through there, I never seen anything. I think that might be Indiana where it looks like that. It's a nice little ride through there. This car's gonna try to cut me off. It's looking to cut somebody off, looking to cut me off. Ford right there. I mean, they ain't got it done. I could have sworn Kentucky's the only state that hasn't completed 69. Somebody Google it real quick. Now I'm questioning myself. What states has not completed Interstate 69? Somebody said, I think it was Pinkman, said there was construction or something. Guess I was wrong about that Ford Explorer right there. They had the opportunity to get in front of me right there, and they didn't do it. It's probably all the way at the top of this hill right here, across the Kentucky River. I guess we can look off this bridge again. Well, y'all, you know. Yeah, there's the Kentucky River. Looks green, don't it? Algae or something. Brown or something. I wonder if that's some good fishing down there somewhere. I'd like to drive that road in my car. I might drive up here one day. Check it out. Throw a fishing rod out there. If you know what I mean. Oh, construction. You've been through the gorge lately, Pinkman? Oh yeah. Yeah, that is definitely a journey. I was on that, shoot man, that's been 4 or 5 years ago now. Man, that seemed like it took forever, but it was a nice little ride. I enjoyed it. And then Texarkana's got all that construction in it, all through Texas, like, man. I like to stop there at Norman's and get me some barbecue. Yeah, North Carolina and Tennessee, the gorge. So if you ever, you probably know, you've been trucking enough, you can truck through the gorge now, but depending on what time of day it is, you might not want to do that. So the best way you want to do it is go up Interstate 81 and take it to 77 up in Withville and drop down 77. So you can go around the entire gorge. Or you can take 26 up in Jefferson City, Tennessee and go that way. That's a shorter way. So go to like around Jefferson City, the Kingsport area, jump on Interstate 26 and go that route. And you'll come out in Asheville Then you can just get back on 40 or do whatever you got to do. Yeah, it just depends on what time you come through there, you know. You know, if it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm going through there, I'll just go through the gorge. And sometimes like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock you can do good. It'll look like this, but you know, speed limit's 35 and you'll be doing 35, 40, you know. You just don't want to go through there in the afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Right there, road park, 1 mile. I'm just gonna sit right here and hog this left lane for a minute. See what's going on up here. Use caution. Both shoulders closed. I'm flying along. Hey, Tex. Yeah, maybe a few more years. They had just finished it. Finished doing some stuff to it, and then you know, for a long time they were working on it, and then that hurricane came through and wiped it all out, washed the road away. Interstate 40 was gone. Driving a Kenworth W900, 18 speed. Yeah, they've been pretty good about getting construction done in the gorge. I guess the state really gets on those crews, or maybe those crews are really, you know, good at what they do. Got plenty of experience. When it comes to the gorge, you got to know what you're doing. Probably hire crews out of other states. I'll let you come here and build this up real quick. Yeah, it is. It's a sight to see. I got video of it, and I've been meaning to share it, but I never do. I mean, in trucking, you know, I'm too busy trucking and trying to, you know, get rest, the proper amount of rest that I need. Then when I'm home, you know, I got a family, I got young kids, try to give them the attention and the time they need. And then I got the old lady, and I try to give her the attention and the time she needs. Help her as much as I can, and then I, you know, gotta do my own mental stuff. So I tend to forget to share videos. You know, and like this weekend, it's going to be a really busy weekend, so I'm not going to have time to share videos, you know, unless I'm in the car and I'm not driving, and then I can think, okay, yeah, let's try to share this video real quick, you know. So AC back on, it's getting hot. I saw this video, it's been a while back. There was I think it was a lady. She was driving a truck, and she had the title of the video, Jellicoe Mountain, Tennessee. And you know, if you drive a truck, you know where Jellicoe Mountain is. It's on 75 going, you know, going south north, Kentucky, Tennessee. And but she was driving through the gorge. But she did that purposely to get people to comment, like people that knew, like, hey, this ain't Jellicoe, this is the gorge. But that if that was the woman that actually shared it, she knew that as well. That's right, Pinkman. That's right. You know, me and the old lady we were made for each other. We've been together for 9 years. It's been that long already. Don't feel like it. Don't feel like we've been together that long. Twin. Yeah, it's a Cummins. 600 HP, stretched out about 8 feet. I call her a lot of names, but most of the time I call her Old Bessie. I call her Old Bessie. It's my battleship. She's been good to me, so I've been good to her too. Man, I was a few weeks ago, I was out in Kansas at Iron Mountain in Olaf, Kansas, and I pulled into Iron Mountain. And I was, you know, in there long ways in front of the dock doors, and she broke down on me, just like shut off. It shut everything off. It was done. I was like, oh no. Right in front of the dock doors too. Thankfully, I was the only truck there, and nobody else came in. And then security finally come up and asked, well, what's going on? I was like, yeah. I was like, well, I said my alternator just went out. But they were very nice. They was like, yeah. She's like, you got somebody coming? And I was like, yeah, I got somebody coming. Like, come be here anytime. And she's like, yeah, they wanted me to come out here and ask you where you were going. And I told her, what did I tell her? I don't remember where that load was going. But yeah, right in front of the dock doors, my alternator went out and broke down. The battleship said, I'm done. I've had people jump in the chat and, say, they think they're garbage, whatever. But I think it's a good engine. But I believe a Cat is the best engine you can get. So if you got the opportunity between a Cummins or a Cat, I'd definitely get a Cat. Hey, kitty cat. Here's your sign. But this truck's got 826,000 miles on it. 826,836. It's talking about engines and trucks, how fast them trucks go. I know one thing, those DEF systems, man, those hey, peace. This engine here pulls pretty good. I mean, it definitely, you'll know, if you're coming from a Detroit, you're definitely going to notice the difference. Even when I'm heavy, climbing mountains, I pass everybody still. Good drive, peace, good drive. America! Yeah, for the fuel economy. I mean, I like the Detroit engine. I mean, they're just not. They definitely just don't have the power. I mean, they got enough to just get the job done, and that's it. It was really designed just to, just climb the mountain, but just enough. I mean, you might do 15, 20 mile an hour up that mountain, but you'll get up it. I don't know, what color did you see, kitty cat? Then I'll tell you. No, I haven't been to Oklahoma in a minute, but there was a co-worker that was just out in Oklahoma. He went to Utah, came down through Oklahoma, ran into somebody else we both know, and they was trucking together. Ran into each other out in Utah. I don't have a Freightliner. Oh, you have a Freightliner, okay. It has a digital dash from a Mercedes-Benz car. I'd like to see that. No, I've not been to Oklahoma. I've been about 3 years. like trucking in Oklahoma. I do. The only thing I don't like about it is the tolls of Indian reservations. They do something, they charge you money or something on those reservations. It's been a while since I've been there, about 4 years ago. They charge you some type of money. I don't remember what it was now. Maybe it's just for a one-time thing or something, I don't know. Oh, hey, Junior, Carol, hello. I can say hello. You talking to me? I'll try to talk to everybody. I like Freight Shakers, old Pinkman. See all those lights I got back there on that trailer. Right there. All lit up. I'm on Interstate 75. Or south. No, south don't start to me until you get south of Lexington. Because you know the way if I had to do the geography line for the south, most of Kentucky would be cut off. Geographical line. Hey, Alfonso. Heading or south. Where are you from, Pinkman, if you're still here? They haul a lot of paper. Lots and lots of paper. They do a lot of PTL. They do a lot of recycling stuff. Like like bundles of cardboard and stuff like that. Somebody can't drive or somebody down there. Don't look like somebody too low. Driving slow. Try to keep the traffic here. BTL is big carrier. He ain't gonna get over in that left lane, no matter what. There's a lady. She ain't. I know she ain't. Women drive a lot different than the men do. Hardest thing I'll ever do is holding her and loving you. Give me one good reason I'd be gone. She ain't done one thing wrong. Yeah, you get passed on the right, those middle lane drivers. My company told me to. I heard somebody say on a CB one day going driving south from Atlanta. Just when you go 285 around Atlanta, the west side or east side, yeah, the west side of Atlanta, get back on 75 down there, and we were just cruising along. It was a busy night too, man. Just trucks, just a bunch of trucks, and I guess we were all rolling south, and these guys were rolling south, and this guy gets, I ain't gonna say what he said, I can't, but I'll kind of, make it a little bit more innocent, but he was saying the F-bomb and stuff, and he's, just randomly, it was a quiet night, CB, just static, and all of a sudden, he gets on the CB, man, and he goes, "Get the F out of the GD middle lane." That guy, he's like, "What the F are you doing riding in the middle lane?" And that guy responded, I guess he didn't think he had a CB radio. And he gets on the radio, the guy he was talking about gets on the radio, and he says, "My company told me to ride in the middle lane." And I just cracked out laughing, My company told me to ride in the middle lane. And he was just started, instead of talking about him, they started talking about his company. He's like, "Yeah, I can believe it, driving for," I can't remember what company the guy said. He's like, "Well, they don't know much about driving, do they? Tell you to ride in the middle lane, and it's a passing lane." Well, I'm sitting here in the middle lane talking about it, but I got the hammer down. But I'm going to get over it, because, I think we'll be good getting over it. Ain't nothing over there. Well, I'll be jumping back over it, because everybody's going to be murdered. But, man, it was just an all-down drag fight, and then people started chiming in a little bit here and there, and it was just it was a show, son. It was peaceful too, going through Atlanta, it ain't never peaceful. But the guy had a point. He had no business in the middle lane. Like, he was behind him, and he just got over in the right lane. Noticed there's literally nothing there, and he wasn't passing anything, and he got on there and gave him cane, man. Which, I mean, I was on that guy's side though. Like, there's no reason to be in the middle lane. Don't be in the middle lane, especially going under the speed limit. So he had a valid point. He did. At least through my mind's eye. There's a car over there. Just trying to get a feel of what's going on here. I don't know if we'll pass this truck in the right lane. just east of New Orleans some years ago. Oh, you was on that bridge, wasn't you? What'd they say to you through there? Because I know they don't want people in that left lane on that bridge. You know, it's like, what, 18 miles through there or something like that? You miss being in the truck, user error. Yeah, I agree with that, Pinkman. Yeah, they should. No, we're not limited to 56. We don't have a law or rule stating that we can only go a certain speed. We just go what the state's speed limits are. You know, like for example, about where I'm at, the speed limit is 70 miles per hour. Yeah, I can honk it up. Yeah, we ain't done a toot-toot yet. We got 69 likes and 88 people in here right now. We'll do a toot-toot for every single one of you. Yeah, California 55. We doing? I want to catch my speed up here. Oh, we're climbing this little hill. We got her set right there at 70. You actually use a CB still? Well, I did until it broke, and I'm waiting on Santa Claus to bring me a new one, a big old Galaxy, you know, or a Striker. I've been asking Santa Claus to, dear Santa Claus, bring me a Striker CB radio, tuned in all the good works on it, all the upgrades. I guess I've been a bad boy. Engine light, yeah, it's on. It's oops. Yeah, don't worry about those lights, man. This thing just the electrical stuff's messed up in it. Somebody tore my tape off. My tape's missing. Where did we get that? Yeah, driving a W900 Kenworth, 18 speed. Trucking it up, son. You don't drive, you like chatting when you're on the road? Yeah. Yeah, me too, me too. Yes, sir, Brandon. Yes, sir, buddy. Hit that subscribe button, bro. Come back. Join the fam. I have to grab that left lane. We see what's going on right here around this curve up here. See what's going on around this curve before we grab that left lane. trucks left lane through here. 6 o'clock too. Yeah, that's a big liability, user error. It is a big liability. Okay, you know, that could bankrupt. You know, having, you know, people with, you know, diabetes or, you know, sleeping disorders or something like sleep apnea or whatever they call it. You know, or some big issues where, you know, you gotta, your heart rhythm's messed up, out of whack, it's not ticking right. You know, it's a huge liability in a trucking company. So in that case, like, because it's like, oh, well, you got this going on, like, all they see is you being in a truck, something happening to you right then, and something catastrophic happens, and then they're in deep trouble because they were aware of it, and they still put you in a truck, and so they can be in big trouble for that. Wish I could make some cash while seeing the country. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, see the country. It's, I mean, really, it's all about the same. I mean, just the scenery's a little bit different. But I, you know, like the one state you should probably see is Montana. That state's beautiful. I mean, whether it's in the summertime or the wintertime, I recommend both seasons. Yeah, I feel for your user error. Partner, if you did. Yeah, trucking's something to get into. You know, if you're young and you don't plan on like going like to college or anything, which like a lot of people are deciding that they're not going to college, and more people are deciding to go to trade schools like trucking, plumbing, carpentry. As soon as I get in the right lane, I'll get right back over trucking on the shoulder. Never fails, man. Never fails. Yeah, you can get a CDL and a job with a felony. Yeah. Yeah, like you don't even need a high school diploma to get a CDL and drive a truck. All you need is a Class A CDL and be able to pass a DOT urinalysis test and a physical, and that's it. I mean, you could literally have a 7th grade education and still drive a truck. And they'll pay you pretty good too. It depends though. Well, they'll take you for everything. Like Pinkman obviously drives a truck, I can tell by talking to him, or he's very knowledgeable in it. And which he's saying he's driving one now. Well, he's parked up, but anyway. Oh, you got to have an excellent driving record too, and you can't have like a DUI offense. Some company, well, just might as well put it at 10 years. Can't be within the past 10 years. Can't have no, accidents in the past 3 to 5 years. No moving violations in the past 3 to 5 years. You basically got to have almost a spotless record. Now it's a little different once you get in trucking and you've been trucking like say 2 or 3 years. You're out in your car and you get a speeding ticket for doing 13 over, and because you're held to a higher standard when you have a Class A CDL, and but like being in trucking and having like say 2 or 3 years experience, and then you got a ticket in your car because that goes against your license, your CDL, everything. It don't matter you wasn't driving a truck. It'll go against everything. It don't matter if you was driving a motorcycle, it's still going to go against your CDL. If you're operating a vehicle, it's going to go against your CDL. If the foreigners can come over here illegally and get a CDL, any American with a felony can do it. You would think so. Yeah, I had a friend of mine, he was a multiple, convicted felon, and he drove a truck, but he unfortunately passed away. I got another friend, 2 more friends right now that are felons. They drive trucks. I'm pretty sure I got more that I know that are felons and drive trucks. So basically, if you're a felon and you got a driver's license and your driving record's pretty good, like, you know what? I've had 4 felonies. My driving record, I've never had a ticket, never had an accident, never had a DUI. You'll be just fine. You are what they want. It don't matter what your felony is. It can be manufacturing, I don't know if I can say some of these charges. I don't know if I don't even know if I can say that. But yeah, it could be all that. You can still drive a truck. It all has to do with, okay, because your job is just around driving. It's has nothing to do with you over there in a house, in the kitchen, I'm trying to say this as clean as I possibly can. But yeah, if you're smart, I always did like Freightliners. Yeah, I like Freightliners. My favorite truck is Peterbilt's. And I like Kenworths. I like the 900s and the T680s. I mean, the 990s are okay. They just look funny. And I like Freightliners. That's about it. I mean, I'm okay with the Internationals, but I'd rather have a Freightliner. And I don't want a Volvo at all. Even though they're good trucks, but I just don't like Volvos. Just plain and simple, don't like them. I don't care, and they're nice too. I just don't like a Volvo. The new ones are. The new ones are nice, I just don't like them. What's going to be dark in 30 minutes? The Western Hemisphere. Well, not all of the Western Hemisphere. At least the East Coast of the United States will be dark. over once there. Yeah, you would think, you know. Kitty cat's back. Tell a friend. The only problem with like depending on what your record looks like that, failing or whatever, you're probably going to have complications getting your TWIC card and your hazmat endorsement. And even if you are not a felon, you'll have a little bit of a complications even with just misdemeanors getting your TWIC card and your hazmat endorsement. Got to go through Homeland Security, TSA, and they send stuff to the FBI. They take it seriously. They do a thorough background check on you. That song Psycho by Jack Kittle. That song, I mean, to me, it's, you know, I don't think there's any truth behind it, but to me, it's just funny. It reminds me of my best friend. He's no longer here. He was a funny dude, just like that dude that song. Think I'm psycho, don't you, mama? Mama poured me a cup. I listen to a lot of classic rock and some classic country, a little bit of older country back in the 90s, something in the 2000s. I like listening to Clint Black, Gary Allen, Waylon Jennings, you name it, Johnny Cash. I like listening to Willie Nelson, Me and Paul. I like listening to AC/DC. I listen to a lot of stuff. Full Grown Smoky Bear, North Brown, left lane. Spotted. Movie-wise, Kitty Cat, man, I don't know. I always liked that movie Goodfellas back in the 90s. It's a good movie. It's old, like a classic gangster movie. It's a good movie. I like Full Metal Jacket too. It's a good movie. Oh, and A Perfect World, 1993. a good movie. Yeah, I mean, that's been a while back. That's been, let me think, how long ago was that? Now we were in our 20s. He was 27. Yeah, it's been about 12 years ago now. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I like some Michael Jackson songs. You know, a lot of people don't like a person, you know, for whatever they may have done, or, you know, something like that, I don't know, or allegedly done, or whatever. But, I mean, I mean, some, you know, some don't make good songs. I don't care what they done. I'm not listening to it because it's such and such that did such and such. I'm listening to it because it's a good song. If it mutes like that, it's because I got a phone call. Well, like, you know, I guess it buffers, I don't know, because it'll bring up the call screen. And, you know, I gotta hit a button to bring the live back, but it's muted. Yeah, so anytime it's muted, it's just because I got a phone call I had to take. left lane. Can't tell what those headlights are back there in that left lane. Yeah, they look too close together. Life in the fast lane surely make you lose your mind. He was a hard-headed man. He was brutally handsome. She was terribly pretty. He held her up and he held her for ransom in the heart of the cold, cold city. Ain't no smoky sitting in the middle today. At least not up there. Oh yeah, we getting in the mountains. I think I'm gonna swing by the house. Slow ain't gotta be here till 8. I got plenty of time. I'm gonna swing by the house. How's the wind? The wind seems to be okay. I feel a little bit of wind here and there, you know. Yeah, somebody was in here a minute ago, well, about an hour ago or so, saying the wind was about 70 miles an hour in Texas. Gonna go? Kitty cat take a nap? Yeah, I don't blame you. Go get you a cat nap. You worked too hard today. Oh yeah, get you plenty of rest. Sleep is the key to tomorrow's success. Thank you, kitty cat. I hope you get plenty of sleep. I'm in southeastern Kentucky, Michael Thomas, headed to Tennessee. Yeah, this looks like 71 almost, don't it? Up there north of Columbus. Maybe out in Wyoming a little bit. This is I-75 South. Making your way to Montana tomorrow? All right. got some chains. Chain law still in effect. I think you'd be better off though driving down the road while it's raining or windy like that. So I mean, at least you got a chance to counter it if the wind tries to blow the truck over. You got a little chance to counter it. Better than just sitting still where you can't counter it at all. You're just gonna flip over. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'd like to get into that heavy hauling stuff. I'm gonna look into it here shortly. Yeah, it is. It is. 18 speed. No, I don't got my chains. But there's snow on the ground. Oh, you don't forget your chains, yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't forget the chains. Hi, Ann Mock. Ann Mock. Sally, you sleep back there? Sally, sleep. Thank you. Be safe this evening too. Make sure you get plenty of sleep tonight, John. See you around, brother. A little Chevy S10. I like a little Chevy S10. Ain't nobody back there anyway. I mean, we kind of tore the paint off of them all back there. Probably jackknifing all over the place, it says. No, I don't think it's the women. I think it's the foreigners you're referring to. Maybe just a foreign driver, non-domicile driver in Indiana like a week ago, just unalived 4 people. Some foreign guy, looked like he was from Asia. It's not the women, it's the foreigners. Going to K-Town down in Tennessee. Going north. Headed southbound. guy up here, this hot shot driver, ain't got a single light one on. I think he's got his headlights on. He got no tail lights, nothing. 91 to 12. Pretty long time, man. Pretty long time. Congratulations on your retirement. Or at least, you know, retirement from trucking anyway. You just saw me. Get over here. Now you're going. Wow. You can tell. That's how you know somebody's not paying that much attention. They'll pass him on the right, and you get up right by past me, and he turns his turn signal on. No harm, no foul, I guess. Didn't slow me down none, so. 12. That's a good little time. You put your time in for sure. I was only supposed to do this for 1 or 2 years. Well, it didn't work out that way. I've been doing it for 8 years. Yeah, you got that right, Michael Thomas. You got that right. I guess that's how it is when people don't have the proper training when it comes to driving, and I mean when it comes to driving anything. He turned his hazards on. Okay, I see what it is now. But yeah, it's like they don't have the proper training when it comes to driving anything. They don't know how to merge onto the interstate. So if there's a line of traffic out here, it seems like nobody knows how to merge. You know, they'll stop on the on-ramp. Just totally stop at the end of the on-ramp. You know, some people, they just don't know. I guess what their states don't tell them, teach them. I don't know what it is. That guy's pretty close to our lane, ain't he? You almost got as much time going backwards as going forward. I like that. I like that. At nighttime, I like to zoom in a little bit in the daytime, but when it gets nighttime, if you zoom in, the lights throw off the glare. Here, I'll show you. Well, it's not doing it too bad right now. That's pretty interesting. Sometimes it's bad. This ain't bad. But yeah, I ain't gonna do that anyway. But most of the time, and I've seen people like try to get on and like they can merge, they can get their speed up and merge, but they'll slow way down and then merge. Like what are you doing? Almost cause an accident before you even get on the interstate. Like the reason why the on-ramps go downhill is to help you get your speed up to the proper speed to safely merge in with traffic. Nobody should have to tell you that. It should be common sense. Like, okay, they're doing like 70 to 80, 85 miles an hour. I should probably try to get up to 70 as fast as I can to merge in with them. Yeah, I had my fair share of them idiots. Yeah, oh yeah, I see it. I don't see it a lot, but I do see it. I seen it actually just the other day, a week or two ago. First time I've seen it all year. Somebody like was getting their speed up, and then before they merged, there was just some cars right there, and they came like, was going like 60 down to like 25, like instantly. I was like, what are you doing? Like they could have merged. I was watching it. It was in front of me. They could have merged. They for some reason they didn't. I don't know if that's like a person that just got their driver's license or somebody that shouldn't be on the big road. They should be, you know, off the big road on the highway or something over there where the speed limit's 45, 55. Yeah, I've not been to California in a while. I don't like going to California. You know, they're not truck friendly out there. But they're only truck friendly enough to get the supplies they need, and then they give inspections to everybody else. Plus, a lot of times I'm driving trucks that, well, I wouldn't necessarily say you can't take into California. I'm not a big carrier type of guy. Last time I was in California, I came in through Oregon, and I hit that scale up there in Northern California. And there was this lady out in the middle of the scale, and she looked at me awfully hard, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And she, I had my papers in my hand, and she just motioned me on to keep going. And I was like, all right. All right, honey, thank you. And then I went through the backwoods, and the forest was on fire, and there was smoke everywhere and flames all over the place. And I just kept on trucking. Well, the tree wasn't crossing the road. I just kept on trucking. I think I came out Reno or something, somewhere in northern Nevada, I believe. I don't remember. They call you prime suspect on the radio, so that's, I believe I've heard that before, Michael Thomas. I believe I've been somewhere and heard that head. Man, I couldn't tell you where. I'm gonna get off the big road. I've been over the big road for a while. I'm gonna take a little scenic route. I've heard that somewhere. I just can't remember where. The turbo blew out, really? Take the scenic route, switch it up a little bit. Yeah, I've been everywhere except Alaska and Hawaii. What's up, caretaker? Yeah, I have heard that somewhere out there. I just can't remember where. I mean, I had a CB and it broke and I just ain't replaced it yet. And then when I'd be down in Alabama and Mississippi and all that, and I'd always hear that one guy, shoot, he would say something constantly on the radio, like every day at a certain time, he'd just burn the radio up. I cannot remember. Yeah, I've been to Canada. I've seen Mexico. I never went across the border. I'd get that Corvette away from this truck. Alabama and Ole Miss they don't have much good paying freight. You know, when I was running the truck, I stayed up north. I'd be out in Iowa and Minnesota and over to New York and Maine. Go back and forth. Make pretty good money. Make pretty good money. Then occasionally I'd take a load out to Washington or something. Go into Idaho, pick up a load, and bring it back to Indiana. idiots out wandering around. Yeah, I've heard that before, yeah. I used to take ice cream to Alabama and load chickens to Enterprise and head back to Iowa. Yeah, Enterprise. Yeah, that's where a good friend of mine's daughter is from, is Enterprise. We used to take trips down there so he could see her. Might buffer a little bit. We're taking the scenic route. Had to get off the big road for a minute. Yeah, I've always liked Texas to drive in because the speed limit's so high. You know, and it just seems to go so good too, you know. Traffic just seems to flow pretty good in Texas. It just takes an entire day to drive across the state. Hi there, Rosalind. Your favorite drives from Elizabethton to Elizabethtown to Lexington? That's over. You can go down through the woods that way, that parkway. Dang it, Frank something parkway. I don't remember. I was just over there about a month ago. Took me all day to get through there, all the way down to Virginia. I wanted to go through the backwoods. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like being over in that area on 64. I don't like trucking in West Virginia, and I don't like trucking in Pennsylvania. I don't mind trucking in New York. I actually like New York. And if you're not going into New York City, you get to drive. You're driving through New York City. It's generally, I've not had a very bad experience. Now it's when you got to go in the city where it can get a little challenging. You know, I go down to Rhode Island, I've been all the way down to the island and pick up a load of like toilet paper and take it right back out. Yeah, I ain't never, in a truck, I ain't never had to mess with the New York City police. But in a car, I have. I mean, they yell at you. They're not very nice to you. Yeah, the Bluegrass Parkway. Yeah, that's it. The lights are on. Michael Thomas, that's my brights. I clean my headlights with the squeegee. I only clean my window mirrors and my headlights with the squeegee. I don't clean nothing else. But my eyesight's 2010. I'm thankful I can see pretty good. Well, that ain't smoking back there behind us. Looks like one. byway. One arm on the wheel with a shifter. Holding my shifter. You ain't supposed to hold it, you're supposed to shift it, let off of it. But it don't matter. If you know what you're doing, it don't matter if you hold on to it or not. If I knock it out of gear, like right now I'm out of gear. Oh, let me just put it back in there. Had mine. A train horn, yeah. Yeah, I like the train horns. This one ain't got no train horn on it. If I knew if that was a Smoky back there, I'd toot it. Yeah, I'd toot it anyway. Well, no, I better not. Not right through here. Not right through here anyway. Take the scenic route. We don't want to draw no attention to us. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Where you heading, my CB handle? I'm heading right now just outside of K-Town in Knoxville. Then I gotta head down to I deliver this load at 8 a.m. in the morning. Then I gotta head down to Popka, Florida by Orlando. So we'll be trucking tomorrow and the next day. Hopefully not the next day. Hopefully just 2 more days truck and go to the house and be done. He's hauling a heavy load. Lost in the fog. Lost in the fog is your CB handle? I've been called a bunch of different things on the CB. I've been called Mad Max, the Big Cheese, a few of them. The Big Cheese. Oh yeah, well, I put in some miles now, Michael Thomas. I mean, I put anywhere, in this weekly, anywhere about 3,400 to 4,000 miles a week. That ain't no joke. That's about right in that range right there, 3,800, 37, 39. Every so often, I'll truck about 31, 3,200 every so often. I think that's what I did last week, about 30, close to 3,200. But I used to be exempt too, so I mean, I put in, a bunch of miles, a lot of miles. Because I was exempt for 2 years. That's when I really should have started doing YouTube. Everybody been wondering, why aren't you stopping? Why aren't you stopping? Well, I'm exempt. This dude just been trucking for 11 hours straight. He just now stopping for fuel. Yeah, that's a lot of trucking right there. Trucking 7,000 miles, 5,000, even 5,000. I mean, you're putting it down, I'm telling you. 5,000 putting it down. 6,000 putting it down. 7,000 putting it down. I mean, that's like non-stop. Putting 7,000 miles down is almost non-stop, day and night. And that's what I used to do. I drive 1,000 miles a day, easy. Easy. Sleep 2 hours, get up and drive another. That's what happens when you exempt. So I mean, they want to say it's something to do with I don't know what, but like it has nothing to do with you know, at least paper logs. You know, I think it's ELDs causing, you know, people to continuously go until they run out of time because they can't stop and rest. Because when I was exempt, I'd drive, you know, 21 hours, 22 hours, stop for 2 hours, sleep for 2 hours, get up and drive another 20 hours, 19, 21 hours. Like it was nothing. I mean, it was rough sleeping 2 hours, getting up, checking everything out real quick, and then trucking. That initial part is a little rough, but you know, you can go down the road, get your cup of coffee, and just keep on trucking. That's putting it down. I mean, that's driving a lot in a week. Yeah, you'd have to drive, shoot, how did I do it back in the day? Yeah, I'd drive like 20 hours, sleep 2 hours, get up, drive 20 hours. That's how you got to do that. From San Antonio. I used to drive dry box and reefer. I used to pull a step deck, and I done that for a few years. And I done reefer for like the initial first 3 weeks I first started driving a truck. That wasn't for me. The reefer loads pay pretty good, but they're just too heavy. They're not, you know what I mean, they're not, they pay good though. Flatbeds loads pay good too. Probably pay better. Then you get 4 hours straight. Yeah, trucking like that, like 4 hours is like good sleep. Now, if you can get 4 hours, because I would sleep for 2 hours and get back up and continuously truck. But eventually I'd get to that 4 hour mark. I'd sleep 4 hours, you know, because you can truck like that for so long. And then you got to sleep about 4 hours. And then you can do it again. And then you can sleep 2 hours and do it again. I mean, that is trucking, I'm telling you. So, my truck was set up to hit 85 or 90, if not in the hills, right? Oh, I don't know if I can stop. I don't know. Oh God. Oh, boy, had to get on them brakes. That one was just a little bit too far away. This load ain't too awfully heavy. It's a full load, but not too bad. That's what I was just telling somebody in here. Is like if you want a truck like that, you gotta have multiple logbooks, and you better know which one is which and how to keep, which one to use. Don't get them confused. I was just telling somebody that. Oh yeah. I believe you. So you was a company driver doing that back in the day. Yeah, that was back in the 90s when you were doing that. But you could have been doing it in the thousands too. It just depends on who you're working for. You always kept your books up to date. Yeah, you got to. That's a lot of blog booking right there. Hey, but Michael Thompson, I hope you hit that subscribe button so you can come back and we can talk some more. I like talking to people like you that you know what you're talking about. Front out of Colorado. Well, just hold that thought, Michael. We'll talk about it tomorrow if you're available. We'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, so hopefully you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell for all, so when we go live you'll get the notification. You can jump in, we can talk some more about all this. I've really enjoyed talking to you, and I know you got a lot more you can say and teach me some stuff. You're just like the people I have actually in my real life, I can't go to sleep anywhere down through here. I'm going down here about across the state line into Tennessee. I'm gonna pull her into the house, go to bed, and get up, and then go on in and deliver this load in the morning. Then pick up the load and head down to Apopka, Florida. we're going to be trucking all day tomorrow. Probably be unloaded hopefully by 9 a.m. and then go grab that other trailer by 9:15, 9:20. Hook up to it, 20 seconds. Have my paperwork and start trucking down to Apopka, Florida. I still have my CB and somebody I will take my radio and pick up to Vegas someday soon. Oh yeah, really? Yeah, you got your one of them ham radios? I got a friend of mine got one of them. He's wanting to sell it to me for like a discounted price of $280. I was like, man, I'd like to see a picture of it. He just got sick, so I ain't heard from him. He just told me, like, oh man, I'm sick, and I just ain't bothered him. Get your radio going again. Yeah, I might buy it radio off him and then start talking to you. But you can always email me if you know anything about how to email. I know you're a little old school, but we can talk more, Michael, tomorrow. We'll figure something out there. I've enjoyed talking to you. I love the swamp tars so much. So much, Amtrak. All right, guys, we're gonna check out on this one and got your radio going again. All right, we're gonna check out on this one and we'll be I'll get unloaded, get close to K-Town and maybe do a live in the morning. I don't know what time that'll be. Depends on when I get that other load. I might do it before we leave. I don't know. Might do it before I get that other load. I have no idea. Because all I got to do is drop this empty one, grab that loaded one, and head out. When this gets empty. I'm just assuming. I'll probably do it when I get out of the woods and get to the city, so I'll have signal. Because I'll be about 50 minutes from Knoxville. I'll be north of it, about 50 minutes, and then I'll just go into Knoxville, get through those mountains, get into the city, and then go live. Advance my radio, just short of radio station. Oh yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be sweet. That'd be nice, huh? That'd be nice. Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to get a hold of each other. I'd like to see that. I'll be hearing you then. I'll get a radio here soon, and I'll talk. Well, I'll hear you on the radio. You won't hear me. Well, we'll be able to do it live, and we'll hear you talking on it. Like, there's prime suspect on the CB. Alright, y'all. Well, we're going to go. Hey, Tex. God bless you, Tex. God bless you, Michael, and Amtrak, and everybody, and Pittman, and everybody that jumped in here today. We had some good conversations here today. Hopefully, we can get back at it tomorrow and get down there to Florida. Go to the Sunshine State. Leave that load in the AM Thursday morning. Hopefully we can get there about 6 a.m. They just pile in there at work like, hey, unload it. And they will. I ain't been there in a while. I know where it's going. I believe I know where it's going. You got an advanced microphone on it. Yeah, microphone is makes a big difference now. Got to my channel and view my videos. Okay, Tex, I'll try to do that, buddy, if I do not forget. If I did not forget, because I am getting a little tired, I'll see what I can do. Plus, I'm going to drop in at the house, and I'll be busy running around, eating some fried chicken that the old lady made. Because I was like, man, you made chicken, I'm coming to the house. And then take me a shower, go to bed, get up in the AM, get to the truck, get down there and get this load off here. But remind me tomorrow, Tex. I don't know if I'll be able to tonight because I'll be in a rush to get everything done and get some sleep. Oh, full-grown Smoky Bear sitting over on the right. Oh, never mind. It wasn't Smoky. My bad. I know they park over there though. OTR better make the lady happy. Martin, does that say Martin? Hey, just drop in here tomorrow. I'll tell you all about it, brother. I'll be live sometime in the morning, but I'll tell you all about it. Give you all the information I got. We got a bunch of other truckers to tell you some stuff. I can tell you some modern day stuff. So bring your notebook and your pen and write this stuff down. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, God bless you. Love you in the most masculine way possible. God is great.